What's going on, man? Man, Ulysses Urban Spotlight DVD Zine. We're here in Southern California. We're gonna check out my man Mark Lader right now in the spot. One of the hottest founders of 310 Motoring. Let's go check him out. Come on. There he is, the man.
God, how you doing? How you doing?
Good, man. Good. Mr. Mark Lader, man. He's the man. The man. The founder of 310. Tell the folks, how you got started.
I've always been in cars my whole life. I go all the way back where I used to street race. I started back in 1999. I used to work for this company in Beverly Hills, and they did something similar to what I wanted to do. Got a call one day from Marcus Camby from the New York Knicks. He said, Mark, he said, I know you want to start your own car company. Where do you want me to send the check? I want a fully done Lincoln Navigator. I don't care where you do it. Let's go. That was the day I quit my job. So then he said, Mark, who am I gonna make this check payable to? I said, well, you know what, I gotta call you back. Let me think about that. Moral to the story is, as an entrepreneur, a lot of times it's never right. You better get ready when the opportunity comes. So I looked out the window and I thought of Melrose Place 90210. And I knew I couldn't use that name, so then I thought about 310, which is the area code for West Los Angeles. And I said, make it out to 310 Motoring, and that's how it all started. I've done approximately 60% of the NBA players that are out there right now. And then from there I started branching out into entertainment, so I have all your top rappers like Eminem and Janet Jackson, Dr. Dre and T.I. and can't forget Cash Money. Every car that you've ever seen, all the way from Get Your Roll On videos, I've done every car that you've ever seen for the last 6 years.
How did the apparel and the shoe line, and how did you branch off to that end of the industry?
From day one, when I started building this this brand 310 right now, I always knew I was building a brand, and I used to always say to myself and a lot of my partners that it's not about the cars, it's about building a brand, service, and everything else. I said 310 was going to become a way of life. Probably somewhere around 2002, Nike gave me a call one day, and they said they'd like to send a team of designers down to my location so that they can just look around. I said, I'm not going to tell Nike no. Who knows what's going to happen out of this? So Nike came down with their designers, and I started, they took a lot of time, and they were laying on the floor and taking digital pictures of like tail lights and brakes and interiors of the cars, and I pulled one to the side and said, well, what are you guys doing? They said that that most shoe designers come from the car world. And that sort of was fascinating to me at that time. It made a lot of sense once I started thinking about it, but technically the outsole of a shoe is designed the same way a car starts. So I started going from there, and I took that information, and then maybe a month later I received another phone call from Skechers USA, and they said, Mark, you know what, I've been looking at your brand, I've been seeing it around on a lot of basketball players and cars everywhere. How would you like to do a licensing deal, and we put your name on a line of shoes? I said, here's this shoe word again. So I said, it must be something to it. So I went down to Manhattan Beach, had a great meeting, and I ended up in the shoe world. A
couple years back, you had to go through some trials and tribulations. What kind of transpired then, and how did you learn from that situation?
Well, we all get over here in these streets every day, somewhat slash hustlers always trying to make it happen. Everybody gets caught up. And I don't have to explain the story, is everything you do in the dark will come to light one day. Watch your friend. I don't even want to lecture you right now, but watch your friends, watch your association. There is no shortcut to success. But anyway, I had a situation where I was federally indicted, and I had to go away in September of 2003. And I'm telling this story right now just to take the excuses away from a lot of people, because during that journey there, I met a lot of good people. And the problem is not because of anything they didn't have, it was just a lack of options. We get caught up, if you don't give us something positive to do, we will do something negative. So it really gave me a chance to look at my life from the outside looking in, So from there I came home, and everything I was in there, I was still working on my dream.
Well, listen, that should wrap it up right here. Can you tell the folks where maybe they could find you, and you got a website for them and everything?
Absolutely. You can find me having a drink at the beach. No, you can find me at 310.com anytime. 310.com, they continue to update the website. We have those Hurricane shoes out there. Game is the face of our brand. I have a whole deal with Game right now. We have our Suede line of shoes right now. The face of that brand is Terrence Howard. And we're looking to become one of the top performance basketball shoe brands. So I'm gonna go out there and get that young, hot athlete, whoever feel they're the best out there in basketball, I'm looking to sign them.
They're very hardworking, they're very talented, very innovative, Mr. Mark Lader. Thank you very much.
We appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.